welcome again to the
Migo Experiment
2020 edition, man. Yo, I'm Henry Flo.
Yo soy LaBori.
Willy V.
Bitches by Diego.
Yo, and today, man, we got a special guest.
Toke De Jesus from the Brookland Smoke Shop.
Yeah, yo, as you can see, man, he came from the Brookland Smoke Shop right now. You know, Chungo, aka Jesus, Jesus over here, man, came through with his fruits and vegetables right here, as well too the merchandise over here. This is all CBD, by the way. All right, so some of y'all looking like, damn, they in there breaking up bud in there. Look, it is bud, but it's CBD. It's a big. What's the difference between CBD and THC, man? Explain to us.
Educate us.
I'm gonna just give you a little bit of the basic rundown. So the difference is that let's say that CBD is the cousin of the THC plant. THC being the psychoactive ingredient that gets you high, and CBD is the one that actually makes you feel, healthy, makes you feel good, balanced. It depends on how, what kind of you take.
But what kind of cousin is it though? Is it like the first cousin or like the long distance cousin that tells you you're his cousin?
Oh no, we in the same family. We immediate cousins. We have a little bit of THC, but the THC levels are below that of the federally regulated level, which is 0.3% or less to be qualified as CBD. Anything higher than that technically still counts as weed.
All right, so I've known, El Toke man for a while and stuff. So what's up with IT? You still do IT?
Oh man, no. I left that many moons ago, man, to pursue a career straight in CBD products as being one of the things that actually gave me back my life, giving back my power to be myself, to be a father, a husband, and a worker here in the community.
Oh, that's what's up. So what made you want to get started to do this, man, like legally, on a legal level?
Well, a few years ago, I became really sick to the point where doctors were basically giving me a runaround. It's like, oh, you suffer from anxiety, you suffer from depression. I'm like, I'm intelligent enough to know that I'm not suffering from these things. Have I gone through things? Yes, everybody goes through things.
Yeah.
But I felt that there was something there. There was always something more, something that kept weighing me down, and I didn't know how to explain it. So I became basically like a hermit crab for almost 2-3 years, disappeared from the public eye. I basically was assigned 15 plus pills that I was taking daily, and yeah, you know how your abuelitas have one of those little daily things that's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You put a pill here and so on.
Yeah.
That was my life already, and all it was doing was getting me sicker. And long story short, my wife being already starting in the first business of original business when we were starting to just represent CBD products, came across a doctor, and she kind of told him a little bit what was going on. And he's like, you know what? Haven't tried a little bit of this. He recommended a tincture, and that same night she came home. I'm sitting in my office going through all my pills and trying to set up my schedule of pills like an old man. And she's like, I know you don't like talking about this, but just try this out. And I'm like desperate at this point, in life, going through medical problems, bills are piling up. And with insurance, the bills still pile up, trust me. And basically, what pills couldn't do in 2+ years, a tincture did in about 30 seconds or less.
Wow.
I just basically took a whole dab full of tincture under my tongue, let it switch there for a second, and I immediately felt like this cool, calming effect in my brain that followed through my entire body, and it just relaxed me, and it made me feel so great, almost like instant. I mean, what pills couldn't do in 2 years, bro. And then I basically cried, I broke down. I was like, you know what, fuck this shit.
Damn, I just was right there, man. That man cried.
I took all my pills and threw that in the trash, bro.
Damn, that shit was powerful.
Yeah.
So I mean, on some real shit though, like since you hit some points like anxiety, depression, frustration, like all these things that mentally lots of people go through. I mean, I'm saying that for personal, because all of us go through our own personal stuff. Some people got higher anxiety than others. You know what I mean? Sometimes some people handle pressure differently. You know what I mean? It's just like little things in life sometimes changes. So, do you recommend people who actually have like quote unquote like mental issues to kind of like switch over from like narcotics that they're probably taking and opiates and stuff to like deal with, you know, everyday issues to just like CBD. Do you recommend stuff like that for people like that? Like,
Yes, that's the answer. Hell yes. I wouldn't tell everybody to immediately stop taking your pills that are prescribed by your doctors and so on. You know, some things you have to wean yourself off of. But if you happen to join a medical program or find a store or vendor that you trust with clean CBD products, you can start experimenting and see what kind of stuff actually makes you feel good. Now, there's some products that may be too intense for some people that's already anxiety sensitive. Meaning that, you know, that just a little bit of too much energy, meaning like a sativa-based product can actually hinder that person, actually make it worse. So in that case, I would recommend something like an indica-based CBD product that is more calming, more relaxing, more just chill back. And then as you start experimenting, if you can actually enjoy THC and CBD, I would recommend an actual combination of the both, as the whole body of the cannabinoid system will actually give you that relaxation feeling. It will unwind you, it will unlock you, and that's what you're really looking for, that mental relief that leads to a physical relief.
hey Jesus, man, did you get like touched by the weed gods or something, dog? 'Cause you sound like a disciple for them, dog. Like my man just knowledgeable, dog. Like, you know, like no, I mean,
I live this life. This is it's something like, again, I left my job of over 15 plus years. It's not just a job, it was a career. As an IT professional, making a really good salary and doing many things. And so I felt so powerful, you know, after this. It's like it gave me back my life. And one of the things that pushed me furthermore into this was the fact that the medicine that I needed was super expensive and hard to obtain, and was only obtainable through one source. And this source happened to move far away, and now what used to cost me $150 to $300, it's like, oh, now you gotta fly out to the West Coast. Now you gotta go visit this specialist. You gotta do this. So now it's like we're starting all over again, and now it's costing me about $5,000-$6,000. I can't afford that for medical needs. No, right off the break, I can't do that. So I started researching how to basically create some of the same products that I was taking to, you know, benefit my health. And I found out that I can do it clean. I can obtain these same materials. It's not that difficult. I actually try to teach people you can buy or even grow some of this stuff in your own home and do it yourself. I mean, they've been doing it for hundreds of years. It's just now that we got the legal access to do it again. So experiment with these things.
So what, are these are these like CBD cigarettes?
Yeah, so actually that's one of Burner's brands. So that's basically a gelato brand. Hip cigarettes. So it's meant to make you feel like you're smoking a cigarette, but it's actual hemp.
But without getting you like the THC high, cause
it doesn't give you a THC high. It gives you the sensation of smoking a cigarette. It's supposed to actually wean you off from nicotine. So it gives you the full sensation, but again, no nicotine, no carcinogens. Well, you still have carcinogens because you're actively burning something, but it's not as bad as 10,000 poisonous materials that you find in a cigarette. At least that's what the commercials tells me. Truth.com.
So now, is there any side effect in the long run? Like, could it do what a pill do? Get like, you know, cure one thing
and give you like
another.
Well,
does it come with a side effects like, you know, you might die, like something like that? Like, you know how some things actually say like it might cause death.
No, it's like literally it'll fix sneezing. Right. But then your side effect will be
diarrhea.
You'll be like, shit, I can live with a few sneezes.
But with some churria, you know? Every time you sneeze, you churriate.
Yeah, so there's a lot of pros, but what are the cons, or if it comes with any cons with it?
Actually, there is some cons. I try to educate people that CBD is not a cure-all. It really is not. It does have major benefits. It does help a lot in a lot of different ways. But a good example being that if you are already taking pills for chemotherapy or, well, not necessarily just chemo, but anything in which is helping you out where CBD normally wouldn't, if you were to actually be ingesting CBD pills, tinctures, or other things that you find that you put in your gut, it can actually stop your other medicines from working correctly. So that's one negative effect or one con. Now, CBD and THC products legally are, new to us as a whole. So the government, the FDA is just finally getting permission, or have gotten permission to actually experiment more. So it's not to say, oh, there's no cons, there's no side effects. I can't tell you that because there's still investigations being done on these very same plants right now as we speak. So it's with more time, especially because this is more new, it's accessible now to us more than ever. I believe that we'll see more of these things. But for right now, like those little tips about, if you already have anxiety or, and you're taking a sativa and it's going to actually make your anxiety worse. So stay away from sativas, high energy inducing medicines and so on. So to answer your questions, there's really not that many at the moment. A lot of people have been experimenting for a long time. I've been taking CBD every day for the last 3 years, 4 years at the very least, like it's breakfast, lunch, snacks.
This literally comes like in anything.
And just about every form.
Like,
every form.
You even
can
got
put it in your huevos if you want to.
you literally got like.
And tu café, your tea.
You got hookah it's not tobacco.
But it's CBD. It's hemp.
So you can
CBD
smoke it in hookah.
Oh, you got this right here, some facial mist, bro.
Oh, get your whole wrinkles out, bro.
No.
My wife got that oil. Is this it right here? It's like la pomada. It's like it's a fragrance joint. No, hold on.
No, it's a fragrance.
It's a fragrance.
CBD, but it's also fragrance.
They're
Come on,
putting
man.
anything, man.
It's even no spray.
Actually, that's really, a lot of people don't know about Nasodol, and that was a product that when it first came out, I hopped on it because we were one of the first ones that actually give you a mist, a spray that it can breathe, spray right into your nose, but since it's that close to your brain, basically, it works as great as a tincture, almost instantaneous. So there's been a lot of...
you just spray it like you're sniffing it right into your brain.
You remember those big buffaloes little sprays?
That's like you're seeing endorphins down by the...
No, seriously.
Does it like...
It's like an orgasm in your brain.
Does it like clear up like a stuffy nose too, or no?
No, it's
You can't
not
use
for
it
that.
when sick.
Not really, not like that, not like that. It's more. You're trying to get the better benefits of it at that point.
So this is just more of a direct way to get in the brain.
That's more of a direct way to get your CBD product where you need it.
Beyond.
Yeah. So there's evidence of people who suffer from basically epilepsy. That this product right here itself can calm a person down almost immediately within minutes.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Most of this product can help in various different ways.
Not to look into that one.
Which one? Your hookah?
No.
The nasal. Yeah.
Yo, so how can they get at you? Boy, where's your store located at, and how can they get at you, man?
All right, so the wonderful world of the Brookland Smoke Shop, one of the best small Latino and women-powered, because my wife runs this show.
She runs that shit. Don't lie, fool. Behind a good man is a great woman too. You know what I mean?
The Brookland
Facts. All right, go ahead.
Before I get done, the Brookland Smoke Shop is located at 3924 12th Street, Northeast Washington, D.C., zip code 20017. We are open 7 days a week. We have a lot of people willing and always there to help you answer your questions, help you navigate this CBD world, and definitely we carry high-end glass, pendies, jewelries, amongst other great things. And of course, if you want to talk to me more privately about the other world and how to navigate it properly, or how to, get at people, and talk to people so you can actually get your products, especially the clean stuff, you can definitely DM me at Toke De Jesus, Gmail, Instagram, Twitter, I don't know, short of like giving out a cell phone number.
Brookland Smoke Shop, that's right.
Of course, I mean, you can reach out to my staff, but for like THC products and things of that nature and further education or how to access that, I prefer a DM and we'll go further into details on how to access people.
Cool, man. That's what's up, man. Hey, yo, so look, have you stuck to your resolutions that you made for 2020 already, man? What resolutions did you make? Did you break them, or are you still meeting them? What are you doing?
Bro, I don't make resolutions no more. I learned the hard way. Everything I set, like I try to set a goal for and so on, it doesn't really pan out. So I set the vision of what I want and I go with the flow. And some way, somehow, it works.
That ain't gonna flow. I always say, she's not.
That ain't gonna flow. It's a real thing.
It's a real thing. 'Cause like,
Accuracy.
how about you? Did you make any resolutions or anything like that? Yeah, you still sticking to it? What happened? Did you say you want to be in the gym? You know what I mean? Like,
You know what's funny?
Or did you say I'm gonna gain a couple more pounds this year or something? Cause you like a buck second weight. Yeah. She's like 6 foot tall. You're like 100 pounds.
I'm
She's
not-
like this. Is
I'm
the
not-
camera makes her seem 10 pounds?
I'm not 6 foot.
Dog. She's like 5'11".
I'm not 5'11".
5'9".
Sitting down, she already my height, so she at least 5'11".
Yeah, she's
I'm
5'9".
I'm 5'8".
5'9".
For those who are curious.
I don't believe that.
I'm 5'8".
All of that.
It's not my fault that you're 5'1" and everyone passes you, okay?
Oh,
I'm 5'8".
nah, she's kind of tall. I know who's 5. I don't even know. Are you 5 yard?
Not my
Guy, are you like? What are you like? 5.5? What is it? 4'11"?
Oshkosh special.
You don't even walk in front of the camera.
Right? He wears by the Oshkosh because the Husky man.
But you know what? I don't know. Like, I kind of agree with what Jesus says, because looking back last year, I actually did set resolutions for myself.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? I actually achieved most of them. There was only like maybe 1 or 2 that I didn't get to, but I achieved most of them, and I had a good list. So that was a good thing. But this year, I don't know. This year, it's been more chill. I mean, it's day 16 out of 365 days. So, you know.
How about you, Willy?
I don't make them no more.
Yeah, he keeps lying to him, so he keeps on getting that membership and never goes, dog. No, I'm trying to tell you. I'm joking with you, dog. I'm joking with you. You ain't make no resolution at all, though?
Nah, I like whatever, like, you know.
He died over
I
here.
keep to my, like, you know, whatever, like, you know, I want to do, I just go with the flow. Like you said, go with the flow. Because making a resolution, nobody ever goes through it. I don't think anybody in the earth gone through it.
What?
I've gone through my resolutions.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I gone through them.
You know
I
what
don't stick to
you
them.
know what I've done? Like, I agree with him too. I'm at the age where it's just like not even a resolution. It's just like, what goals do I want to do this year?
Yeah.
Like, what haven't I not done? You know what I mean? Or what is it that I didn't achieve in 2019? I'm trying to achieve in 2020. And this year I was just talking to like LaBori about it. Like, life to me, obviously, like everybody, it's just adjustments. You know what I mean? I just have to adjust to keep reaching my goals. I just have to make an adjustment to how am I going to do it this year. You know what I mean? But resolutions. I mean, I think I stopped doing resolutions years ago. To be real with you, it's just the goals.
This is my
What can I
first
do
year.
this year?
This is my first year that I stopped.
But it is funny what you're saying about the gym. In January,
I swear I'm canceling my membership.
in January, that gonna be packed as hell.
That trial like it's done, son.
It's true though. It's dead ass true. I remember last year when I went to the gym right after New Year's, it was packed. Everybody was on every type of machine, and I was getting so mad because they weren't doing the shit right. So they were using up a machine and they weren't using it.
They was on their
right.
phone. Yeah, I'm still sticking to the joint. Showing about 4 minutes in. That's it. You didn't see no 10 minutes.
I saw a guy.
You
No,
see where you was done.
They'll throw water in their face.
No, I saw this guy
with a pose in the
on
mirror.
the leg press. My man has sunglasses on. Keep in mind, it was nighttime. My man had sunglasses on in the gym. Had his phone like this, taking selfies on the machine. I was like, bruh.
I wear my
Hey, was this at the Gold Gym on Route 1?
No, Gold Gym. This is the. I know where you're going with this.
Oh, nah.
That's Planet Fitness.
Yo, with the stalker and everything, yo.
This guy's probably watching and being like, "Damn, they still on that?"
Hey, we remember.
How about you?
See, I don't really make resolutions either, but I did have one goal for myself. It's just to travel more. Just travel more this whole year. Do shit. Like, I already started off good. I went to Jamaica.
That's what's
What?
up.
Started off going to Jamaica.
You ain't bringing nothing back?
Did you become a Rasta man?
Son, not even gonna lie. I'm not even 4 steps in Jamaica, man. Niggas to them bags of weed, bro.
Sounds about right.
Did you get anything?
I didn't buy it. My man bought it though. It was like a whole bag for like $30. I was like, damn.
This
Yeah,
is CBD.
That's a big ass bag that they sell for 20. Yeah.
Oh man, Jamaica.
No, but
Did it look like this? Did it look like
What's
tea?
that, regular weed?
All right, no.
This is tea.
That's actually tea.
Oh,
Loose tea.
wow.
That's CBD infused tea. Very common.
Yum. And you can make iced tea too?
Girl, you can do anything you want.
Hey, let me ask you a question though. So like, you know how like cigarettes and alcohol, like for like women if they're like pregnant or whatever, like can this damage? Well, THC obviously can do something to the baby brain and stuff like that, but CBD, is it? I mean,
Safe.
Is it
Is
safe?
I mean, there is a lot of support groups and mommies to be like my wife.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Number 2, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
my little king. So CBD works in a lot of great ways. For example, you can actually use it as a topical to help with stretch marks or avoid stretch marks for back pains and so on. A good massage.
Which was a good one that you have here?
For massaging. Something like this topical right here, 300 milligrams. Oh, this one is 600 milligrams by one of my friends, the Duke, who actually just solidified a small partnership with.
What is
You know
this?
what I'm saying?
This is like
Lotion.
It's a lotion.
always
So you don't get no like stretch marks.
I
and stuff
thought
like
it
that.
was like,
Thing.
but I thought
Like
it was
real.
like oil.
Well, the oil or like the raw form, which is basically like this, gets mixed into your lotion or into your rubs and so on, and that's how you actually get your.
Is that oil or honey, bro? Because that just stuck to the bottom of the thing.
All right, so actually, while I'm on it,
Was that dab? You know what I mean? Is that what it do?
it's a lot of ways you can use this. This is the raw form of basically distillate. This is the raw oil that is produced from these flowers. So one thing I like to point out to everybody is quality. Quality meaning that something, for me, is something that is not cut. As pure as possible. And you know what I'm saying? That's how they do it. You know? As you can see, the oil does not move whatsoever when turned upside down. And we can actually leave this sucker right there upside down, and you will not see it come down. Meaning it is pure, it's uncut.
That joint slid right now. What are you talking about?
Girl, where you are at?
That's not stronger than honey.
Hey man, so y'all know if that shit move, y'all some fake shit.
Oh,
That's some
yeah.
fake shit.
Actually, that's one of the reasons why we started producing our own cartridges and so on, because of all these problems that we hear in the community. People mixing it with antifreeze, mortal oil, vitamin E, coconut, right into the cartridge. And those things, when heated, are horrible. It produces other chemicals that just are screwing people up. And now we have this epidemic of lung failure.
When they talking about vitamin E, messing everybody up with the e-cigarettes and all that.
Yeah.
Bull crap. Man.
Yeah, and well, a lot of that has been pointed back to a lot of street carts. Like a lot of people get these things like the Mario Karts, the dank vapes, and things of that nature. Basically, they're mass produced by dozens of individuals where they don't really know what they're doing, or because of greed, they will cut a great product like this with so many other things to multiply their product and make it seem like they have so much more, or you have the best product, but ultimately you really don't have much. You're paying for crap, you know? So there is a difference. And when people say, but yours is on an average of $5 more than everybody else's, well, quality costs more. I mean, especially at the end of the day, when a quality cart, or not just a cartridge, but a quality oil, product, is compared to anything else, usually like let's say a dank vape or dank card, for an example, you'll see that even though this probably costs a little bit more, it will last 2 to 3 times more because it's not something that's running out like water, which most street cards are. So it's not to say that I'm better than anybody else. No, but I know exactly what's going into this card, and that's pure medicine.
Like what's like the starting price of an item that you have?
Well,
like this chocolate bar right here, for example. Like what is that?
Also, this one is produced by the Duke. This one being at around 300 milligrams CBD medicated chocolate. This one can be bought regularly for about $15. There's an average. Honestly, everything depends on milligrammage. This is where your charges come in. Give or take, always $10 per 100 milligrams. When it comes to the CBD world, it's about an average way to calculate, the product. But then again, there's branding, there's this and that, where now you're talking about Gucci CBD versus, El Tamarindo CBD, so you pay a lot of people, for a lot of things you're actually paying for the brand,
Yeah, of course.
So, but if you find yourself a good quality vendor who can produce lab tests upon demand and so on, then I'm safe to say that you will be safe with those products and have something that will actually benefit you.
Okay.
So what's like if you take, how like if you take a big chunk of an edible and you eat it and it will like really mess you up.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. So would you be able to eat like maybe like half or a whole of that chocolate at once?
So see, CBD should be treated similarly to THC products in the form that in the manner that you should actually pay attention to how much you take in. I always tell people to start off with a little bit, just to see how your body reacts. And if you feel that, it's making me feel great, but it faded away too quickly, then you should double up on your dosage. But if you really want to feel an impact, then I tell people just go for the whole shebang and see what it does to you. I was like,
Can you ever get like churri out of that though?
No, actually, when you high as shit, man. Some of these things. This is the problem I have with some of the edibles, like great edibles.
Get you really fucked up?
I'm like, you're only supposed to take one corner, and I'm like, yeah, and it tastes so freaking good. And then before you know it, you ate the whole thing, and then you're like, fuck, I'm fucked. Like, you're stuck. Like I have eaten the whole chocolate just to see like a 400 milligram chocolate. That just to see what would happen. I'm like, I smoke a lot. I do this a lot. I'm like, it's not gonna really do anything to me. I don't remember going to sleep, but I do remember waking up around 3 a.m, just staring off into the ceiling of the spare bedroom. And I'm like, I don't know how I got there. The lights were on, but I woke up with the driest, cracked lips. Like my joints were going inverted, and all I could do was just start laughing like uncontrollably. Exactly, like I wish I had saliva at that point.
You're licking your.
But at that point, I was just like laughing my ass off at 3 a.m. What is wrong with this guy?
Coughing and everything, boca arriba snoring. Hey yo, you ever done that? You ever done that? Like actually like fell asleep with your like head up. You know what I mean? Like, and you just
nah.
I'm like I can't relate.
Nah, he's on some other shit.
I'm tired ass nights. I just lay down and back.
Será otra cosa.
He had something in there.
But you know what?
It was a dry ass room. That's what it was.
Have you ever really like, just like his story, like how he just had his story. Have you ever had like a moment where you like had like a really bad moment like that or whatever? I mean, not really bad, but like just a moment that you were just like, what the fuck? Like,
you want me to answer or you asking him? You asking
me?
Because
he just gave his answer.
I asked you want me? Yeah,
so,
I got a fucked up moment that I had.
I got a moment?
Alright, so yeah, to answer your question, one time, man, like, I got a bootleg joint. I got a brownie muffin. It wasn't even like a brownie. It was like a brownie muffin, right? So they gave me the brownie muffin, and they gave me half of the brownie muffin, right? I'm just like, okay, whatever. I've had edibles before, but it was always like, bushweed. Be like edibles, but they put like a whole ounce of it.
All started, bro.
A whole ounce of it, and you taste like little particles of like, plants. When you feel a little high, but whatever. But like I had half the muffin, right? So I had half the muffin, and I was like, man, that's a good ass muffin. It was all chocolatey and shit, right? So I'm just like, all right. I even asked the person. I got it for like cheap as hell. I got it for like $10. Like, you want to buy a brownie muffin? I'll sell it to you, $10. Half of it. I'm like, $10? What the fuck? You gave me half a muffin. They, you'll be all right. How much do I eat? They're like, you can eat half of it. It's cool. Bro, so you know how each container, little thing that makes muffins holds like 8 to 6?
Yeah.
Like 6 to 8? Yeah. All right. They put 4.5 ounces of fucking dank ass weed into all those fucking muffins, yo. I swear to God, yo. Like, it was like an hour and a half to 2 hours after I ate it, yo. I felt like I was rolling, yo. I'm driving, I'm going. Oh, what the fuck, yo, driving this dog, and I'm driving though, you know what I mean? So I'm just like, what the fuck?
Sound like you was drunk.
They got me, yo.
That's the equivalent of drunk.
I didn't even feel drunk, dog. It's just like I feel like, bro, it's just weird, dog. It's just like all of us, my body was like, because the high is different, you know what I mean? Like my body, I was just like. I feel like I was sinking in my seat, but I'm not even going back or nothing in. I'm just like. Dog, it got to a point, young, that I was I was sweating bullets, yo. I was just like, what the fuck did I just eat, yo? Young, all right. So I made myself throw up. Straight up, young. I just, yeah, I had to, yo. I had to. Actually, what it sounded like was a it sounded like real, but
ahí valió verga.
Ahí valió verga. Un pescozón for me, dog, for just doing way too much.
But you felt better after.
Nah,
I took a nap, yo. I took a nap. I'm not even lying. I had to take a quick little nap, yo, because I was gone, yo. So I called the person. I'm like, yo, what did you sell me, man? He was just like, oh yeah, man. I forgot to tell you, man. Yeah, man. It's a good amount of weed we put in there. How much? 4 ounces. I'm like, 4 ounces? What the fuck? What you mean 4 ounces? 4 ounces of what? I don't know, man. This bam was like selling bud. You know what I mean? He just threw it all in this big ass jar and shredded it the hell up and put it in the brownie bag and mixed what he made it.
God.
But it was an equivalent like, man. I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like, yo, but you told me you ate a whole brownie, because he was talking shit. He was just like, man, you a lightweight, man, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, the fuck, how much you eat? Man, I ate a whole brownie, yo. I ate a whole muffin. Oh, yeah, what happened afterwards? I don't remember, dog. I woke up the next day. Fuck you, dog. I'm like, yo, I'm driving, you piece of shit, yo. I'm about to die and shit, yo.
You ate half half?
No, I ate half of the muffin.
But he gave you a whole.
No. He just gave me his only half.
So a quarter. He ate a quarter.
He told me. I ate half of the whole half that I got is what I ate.
That's what I said. You got a half and you ate half of the half. You got a quarter at this moment.
No, I ate the whole thing.
You ate the whole half
that I was given.
Oh.
No wonder.
So yeah, but he told me, he's talking shit. He's like, man, you weak, man. I'm just like, fuck you, man. What you talking about? What you eat? And you know the weed balls. You know, you think you got fucking iron lungs and shit. So I'm just like, man, what you eat, man? I had a whole brownie, dog. I'm like, oh yeah. So what happened? What happened? I don't remember, dog. I fell asleep in the couch, dog. Like, fuck you, dog. How long, young? This Batman woke up the next day. Okay? And then tell me that shit. And I'm just like, you piece of shit, yo. That shit kicked in. I'm fucking driving, yo. All of us, I'm like, young, I'm feel like I'm driving a spaceship. Dog, it was just like, it scared me, young. I ain't even gonna lie.
You napped in the car?
I had to sleep it off. I just threw up, yo. What the fuck? You know, it's like,
I thought you made it home, you know. I'm thinking that you made it home already. You were here suffering on the way.
Man.
How far were you?
Shit.
Man, I wasn't even that far from the house. I just had to sleep it off. Like, I was so fucked up. I didn't feel safe driving. I'm gonna be real, young. I was just like, like, nah.
Anybody else?
When I'm about to go to sleep, I don't want to be driving. I'm sorry.
I have a brownie story. I ate half of it, right?
As well.
So I ate half of the brownie and I stepped outside. So walking outside, I started feeling everything go in slow motion, like I don't know if you seen Friday, if you seen Craig when he smoked for the first time. That's how I was looking, right?
That's what Angel does, fool. That's
smoking. So you know, I started feeling my heartbeat. I started feeling that. I'm like, no, I gotta go back inside the house. Yo, so I get back in the house. I try to drink some water. The water felt dry. I'm like, yo.
You felt like you was pouring sand in your mouth, yo.
I was like, I'm gonna put some ice on the water, right? I like it make it sound cold, like. Dog, I was like, yo, I was paranoid and shit. I was like, yo, never again.
Oh,
never again. I'm like, never
she
again.
did the wicked, she about to snorkel.
Don't look away. Come on.
He got me in the water was dry.
Oxymoron like shit.
So
where the
like,
water was dry ass.
the waterfall.
That's how you know you gone.
Yo.
Man, the water dry as shit.
I remember just falling asleep on the couch and just putting like
That joke was flat.
just sitting on the couch, right? I turned on Netflix and I started watching the 70s show. That hasn't been help.
Damn, this drink is dry right here, dog.
Echa más hielo.
So like I just knocked straight out. But it probably took me like 6-7 hours to get. But
Sounds about right. Sounds
Un
about
pescozón
right.
will wake your ass up real quick, though.
I'm like, yo, never again, yeah. I didn't like the food. I prefer the smoking feeling.
Yeah?
And, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know you were such a...
No, I'm not a smoker.
Como dije mi mamá, marihuana.
I prefer that high.
Pays the bills, mom.
That high relaxes you and you're good. That one, I was too paranoid.
Yo, let me ask you a question, though, dog. Yeah, Salvadoreño stuff, man. Salvadoreños, man, they...
Chocolate too.
Yeah, I know, right? So, you know how they always call them marihuanero and stuff like that. So, how's your mom feel about what career path you've chosen, bro?
So.
No. Like, what she say to you, bro?
This one is a mixed one because my mother passed unfortunately before she got to see all of this, and I wish that I was able to help her with these things because trust me, like I was starting to get her there, but it didn't happen, But everybody else, thank you. But everybody else in the family, they all look at us like for a long time, excommunicado is like, el diablo, like, está perdido, like you're lost in, in the world and básicamente nada rezar,
And now this dude has the shirt with you.
Not even the shirt, the necklace is too.
The whole pendant.
Yo, he got a quarter hanging from his neck.
I'm surprised no one has tried to like steal it, thinking that it's real.
Man, you got all types of ones that might try. But my family, finally I feel is accepting of this, but I feel it's only because they see that it's more publicly accepted. Like our Latino roots, our people, I don't care what they say, they use this shit. Alright, so the most original form that Latinos, especially Salvadoreños, use this, and they swear up to God that they won't, is they take some of, Salvadorian bush and put it in the alcohol bottle.
And rub it on themselves.
Shake it and rub it where it hurts. And I'm like, por eso que no me debo tocar esa botella que está allá arriba. Ajá. Y usted, que yo soy marihuanero. Come on, now. Double standard.
Yeah, my grandma got one like shit though, but that joint be dank. That joint be dank. They don't know bush though. That joint got the whole trees in that joint. My grandma be like,
that's some real medical treatment because the alcohol opens up the pores and allows the medicine to seep in where your pain is at.
My mom has that same thing too because she has a broken leg. So
she has a broken leg.
Yeah, like she has to get a surgery because after the crash, she was in a car crash. After the crash, it didn't heal completely. There's still bone shattered.
Oh,
but,
so fracture. Fracture there.
The fracture, yeah. So it's still
So her nerves are on end.
Now, when she puts that on, she feels relaxed.
Wow.
Now imagine that you can control or know how many milligrams are actually in that bottle. So let's say if that bottle is actually just 100 milligrams of medicine total. Now, with that little bit, she feels relieved, but she doesn't probably have it for the rest of the night. Now, imagine a topical that is, it's a lotion basically you rub onto yourself or massage it into that same area that is 3 or 4 times as strong, but now lasts for 2, 4, 5 times as long as that little bit of alcohol did. Now you're talking about medicines that are helping the way it's supposed to, but a big portion of this is education. Our Latino families are still with, I don't know, but now that I see it more in the community, it's more accepted. I feel like we're starting to break that stigma. We're starting to finally connect back to clean original medicine, from the ground, from the roots.
That's dope, man. That's dope.
It's herb.
It's yo soy florista. I mean, like I'm a herbalist. I'm a botanist. I'm a gardener.
Oh, Method Man from How High Ass dude over here, yo, man. So look, we're gonna wrap this thing up, man, because you know what? We need for you to subscribe, man. Comment below. Tell me how you think about CBD and THC. Tell me what your preference is. Indica sativa too, But where can they follow you again, brother? Instagrams and stuff.
Instagram is the best place to holler at me, get control of me, DM me, follow the simple rules. They'll be posted on El Toke De Jesus, my IG, Gmail, however you want to follow me. Google me. Find me.
Hasta MySpace, el diablo.
Coño, yo soy viejo.
Follow him, mi gente.
Okay. Well, you can go ahead and follow me at LaBori DMV on Instagram, LABORIIIDMV.
You follow me, El Don Willy.
Your boy Visions by Diego.
Yo, at Henry Flo, FLO_DCF. Yo, and this is the
Migo Experiment.
Hold on, you forgot to say follow a new page.
Oh, yeah.
Shit.
So,
Rewind.
So, check it out. No, we're going to go ahead and include this in too. Yo, follow the page as well, man. The Migo Experiment right now.
Migo.
Oh, sorry. Migo Experiment right now on Instagram, man. We need them likes up on that thing, the follows as well, man, because, man, we need to get it up there, man. You about to help us do this as well, man, because we can't do it without you.
We give it, and if anything, you follow us and you get to go ahead and stay tuned to all the sneak peeks, all the behind the scenes, as well as giveaways, because there will be perks to following us.
Yes, like this right here. Let them know that you saw this on the Migo Experiment. You get a discount at the Brookland Smoke Shop, man. So, yes, let them know you saw it on the Migo Experiment, man. But thank you. Thank you for tuning in to the
Migo Experiment.